79 here, and as I said, let's have a little look and talk about Alien 3. Now, to set the scene for you a little bit, this film came along at a time in my life when things were not very good, and there was something about the look, the feel, the texture that felt nice. And although I was too young to go to cinema, and I did try and sneak in, I knew how to get in the back of the Barrow cinema via the fire exit, everyone did, but I couldn't get in for this one. I really would see it. I got myself a pirate copy. It was brilliant because Sigourney Weaver's name didn't fit on the screen because the widescreen. This film was like my go-to film. So once I did get it on video, VHS, that I bought from Brighton Street stores, Colin up there sold me a copy just as it came out as well. So it was very nice, and reversible cover. And I used to watch this over and over and over. And it used to be my film that I'd watch every New Year Eve to New Year's Day, or just in the new year. I wanted it to be the first film I watched. So it was a very important film to me, and I still prefer the theatrical cut to the cutting room floor cut, because that is what it says it is. It's a cutting room floor edition. So it's just like they've mixed and matched it. They've made a story. They've put it all together, but that wasn't what it was meant to be. And to be quite honest, the theatrical cut was not what it was meant to be. This was David Fincher's first ever film. He'd been working doing music videos for MTV, and the film Alien 3 was going through a lot of a mess at Pinewood Studios in England. And he was wet behind the ears and took on a project that had already been started, and he turned up, and I think that's one of the things I love about this. This is raw David Fincher. You know, this is him before he got corrupt by Hollywood, which he isn't really corrupt by Hollywood, but he has budget now, and he has all these things that he does. You know, his films are brilliant. But this film, he had to think on the ground. So little things like Sigourney Weaver she's a tall lady she's a tall actress. His signature shots are very low cameras looking up. And he mainly did this with Alien 3 to make her not look as intimidating, because when she stood on a wide shot and they're the hard men that are looking down on her, she's taller. And she's got a presence. So they had to dull her presence down. And then obviously as the film goes from the beginning to the end, the camera kind of lifts up more higher to take more higher shots. By the end of it, when she's giving any kind of speeches and stuff, there's a lot more higher shots. And there's little things like when the alien is running down the corridors, they didn't know how to do it. They were messing around. And it wasn't till, I don't know if it was the cinematographer or David Fincher, but they saw the cameraman dossing around with a Steadicam. It was because there was so much standing around and waiting while things were getting sorted, because they didn't have a clue what they were doing. It was such a mess. That's what I like, to feel that. But they saw the cameraman just dossing around with the Steadicam, you know, an Aria or whatever it was, spinning it around. And I'll say Finch. It might have been a cinematographer, but I'll say Finch. Spotted him, said, "Hey, do you think you could do that while running?" And he was like, "I guess so. Could we give it a shot?" So all them end scenes of the alien running down all the corridors, it's the cameraman spinning and they're heavy bits of kit, especially in 92. You know, it's his film. It wasn't digital. So absolutely incredible. I could talk for hours on this film. So we're going to have a look. There's not many Alien 3 fans out there, but if you're an Alien 3 fan, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment of your favourite bit in the film. Okay, so we've got 3 trailers lined up. I'm spoiling you. We're going to do trailer A, B, and C. So A, the teaser. B, which was the theatrical trailer. and then C, which was the third theatrical trailer, as it were. So start at the beginning. I haven't watched these trailers in a long time. I do remember the song dun 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 was fantastic. Come on, dun dun. Let's do it. Look at this. So I've really taken on that kind of feel from the first film. Music from Aliens.
In 1979, we discovered in space, no one can hear you scream. In 1992, we will discover on Earth, everyone can hear you scream.
Alien 3. Sigourney Weaver. Ah. That was so cool, eh? I remember that was the first thing I saw, that teaser. And I was so excited because obviously back then there was no internet. And it's like it popped up. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, oh. And it really did turn up at the right time in my life because I needed this film. It's really good. So here we go. This is the second trailer. Now this trailer, fantastic. Just remember, Finch's first ever movie. Low camera shots for Sigourney Weaver, spinning steady cams. Charles S. Dunton with like probably his best role he's ever done. Are you ready? Let's do it. I haven't seen this in so long. I'm going to watch it later on my own. Oh, you got to see Charles Dunton. No. Yes. Come on. And then it got some cutting room shots, didn't they, in it? Which
we have no weapons of any
kind. It started. Come on! That's it. Vent shaft way to set quadrant now. We've had an accident. Diddle-diddle-diddle. That's La Alien 3. Ah, wow. Diddle-diddle. See the texture, it's that rusty, damp texture. Fincher, he always has that texture. I love the fact that he puts so much work into ceilings. If you watch any of his films, ceilings, damp ceilings, water running down stuff, Fight Club, so low. That's so cool. Now, here's trailer C. We'll have a look at that one. Oh, how long have I talked? I'm talking too long. Right, I can't remember this trailer, to be quite honest, at all.
In case you forgot.
So you never saw that.
The bitch
Is back. No! Oh, I remember this now.
We have no weapons
Who's of any kind? Bad John, run as fast as you can. It's ticked off. Ripley. It's a TV spot.
for the last time.
Alien 3.
For the last time. Hang on a second.
Last
Hang on a second.
For the last time.
I've never seen that. Fantastic. It's not in the theatrical cut. It's not in the cutting room cut. For the last time. It's really interesting. All the end stuff at the end of the film. She had a bald cap on. Because he had to reshoot the ending due to it being too much like another film that was on at the time. I can't remember what film it was, but the scenes was too similar. It might have been Terminator 2 or something, actually. But the endings were so similar that they were like, well, the film's in a bloody mess anyway. What are we going to do? And they said, well, we'll reshoot it and we'll have it so she falls into the furnace and grabs the alien and takes it in with her. That was really done at the last moment. Or should we say her hair had grown back, or she had stubble for Dave. She was growing her hair. Alien 3. That was interesting. I've never seen For the Last Time. Coming May 22nd to theatres everywhere. Wow. Wow. Well, so as you saw there, that was some Alien 3. Now, the music, great. The film was great. A theatrical cut, I love. Though I do say I am going to make my own fan edition at some point because I really love all the exterior shots of Fury 161. The beginning scene of Charles Dance on the beach and him walking around with his like robes, because originally the idea was this wooden planet. You've probably heard all about that, and it was supposed to be these monks. That all went out the window. This is more like a drama. So you got the first one, which is a thriller, the second one, which is a war film, and then you've got like a drama, and then you got Resurrection, which we'll come to. But I just think it's an amazing film, and I think that people who diss it never really just took it in. I myself love the script. I think the characters are great. There is more F-bombs dropped in Alien 3 than all the Alien films put together. It's incredible. I showed it to my daughter, and she was like, there's a lot of F-bombs there. I said, yeah, actually there is. Little things like, though, Golig, his accent sort of randomly changes through it because his character kept getting changed through it, which, can you imagine how angry you'd get not knowing what direction your character is? Now, they should have kept some of the stuff of his death, the fact that Golig sees the alien as a dragon, feeds on minds, nobody can stop it. He's got bobs and reins. Thing about him is that we never see what happens to him. We see him in the doctor's zone, the hospital section, when Charles Dance is taken away, and he sees it and it cracks the blood on him, but then we never see him again. But he has a whole scene when they set off all the fire to trap it. They actually trap it in there, and it's trapped in there for a good 5 to 10 minutes of film time where a whole story goes on. But Gorig sees it as like an angel of death sort of thing. He's really kind of in love with it, and he lets it out and it kills him. They should have kept that in. I feel for that actor because he was great, but he just didn't know where he was going. But not a lot of people took a lot of note of him. But yeah, it was fantastic. And we had the Tetley T-Man in there. Got his autograph. God bless his soul. He's passed away now. Anyway, I've talked far too long about that. 16 minutes, and I'm just going to put the whole lot online because somebody out there might enjoy a bit of an Alien 3 chit-chat. So if you loved it, and if you'd love me to do a proper breakdown and talk about it in scenes and stuff, just let me know, because I'm all over it. And also remember, in 1992, Alien War in the Trocadero in London opened, and they had the Pepsi trailer playing the Alien 3 Pepsi trailer, which was fantastic, where the kids managed to get out of being eaten and impregnated by giving it a can of Coke. And also all those people going, well, how did the aliens' eggs get on board the ship? Well, I've got a pet snail, and he's a boy, and he left eggs, loads of eggs. Now I've got loads of tiny baby snails. And I had a stick insect who was a boy, a drone, and he had eggs. So when a species needs to continue breeding and there are no females, they will create eggs. That is one option. I always think aliens, you've got the dropship, drops down, lets all the crew off, and they all go, Hudson, run a bypass, and they all go off in. They go off, fly off and land somewhere. Now, we don't know what they do for the entire film, pretty much. They could have gone back to Sulaco a couple of times. There's no reason why they couldn't have. So there's no reason why that didn't happen. Maybe, like in the graphic novels and the comics, maybe the drones, the alien drones, took eggs on there. Maybe there's a whole... Maybe the Sulaco was absolutely packed with eggs while they were asleep. Maybe the whole area and a queen giving birth. And she's putting eggs everywhere. You know what I mean? We don't know everything else. I think they should have added a little scene in there just to sort that out. But that's my tuppence worth on the whole. Where did the eggs come from? What came first, the alien or the egg? Don't get me started. Anyway, this was Dark79 talking about Alien 3, the best alien film out there. If you don't agree, hit that like button. If you do agree, subscribe. And I'll be back next week to talk about Alien Resurrection. Alien Resurrection. Oh dear. Dark79 out.